she was pregnant and she was going to be induced that day, and you decided to put your hands on her. I don't understand how is she getting in your head that you would be hitting a pregnant woman who's about to deliver your child. And she had bruising and swelling to the eye, along with busted vessels in her eye. That's what you did. I used to do CPS cases, and parents would tell me I will walk through fire for my children.
Yes, ma'am.
They would say that because they knew nobody had a fire for them to walk through. Court is finding you guilty.
All right, guys. Today we got a really intense and serious court hearing, and this defendant is here because he was found guilty of abusing and beating his pregnant girlfriend. Total deadbeat vibes all the way. And the judge goes in on him hard and gives him a super harsh sentence at the end. So let me know in the comments what you all think about this hearing. And if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's jump right into it.
Did you understand you're charged with assault of a pregnant person? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm looking at this plea bargain agreement, and there's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Stephanie Ortiz.
That's her by her request, Judge.
I'm not following. I'm not going to follow that.
Even though that's her request.
No, I mean, no, even though it's a request, according to what I'm about to receive, he is a person who is hitting on, not in a loving manner, a pregnant person. I mean, was she pregnant at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if, you know.
She's requesting, and I'm sorry, Judge, may I speak?
Sure.
She's requesting it for her convenience. They've been doing custody exchanges for the last almost a year through a third-party person, and it's her request. She reached out to me, filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution, and requested that. So
I'm not following that. So if you all want to withdraw your plea now, you can, but I am not doing a no harmful or injurious contact for somebody who's accused, and I haven't read the steps yet, who's accused of hitting a pregnant person.
that's fine, Judge. They're no longer in a relationship. The only relationship is for the benefit of their children. He has no interest in communicating with her beyond that.
All right, so I'm not going to follow that. So y'all have a choice. Either you can go to jury trial, or either you all can change that part of your plea bargain agreement.
We're proceeding with the no contact, Judge.
All right, if you all want to change that. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we would just request that you follow the agreement between the state and defense. Mr. Casillas is wanting to move forward in a direction that's appropriate for his children. He understands what went wrong, and he wants to take full responsibility for that. And he has had no issues since the arrest on this date, and they have been successfully co-parenting since that time. There was a CPS case, Judge, that was closed out for no finding.
All right, how old are you?
21, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
2, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
1 year and 6 months.
1 year and what?
1 year and 6 months.
Are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do?
I work at Amazon at facility warehouse.
All right, so why do you keep hitting on Stephanie Ortiz? At one point, I'm assuming you loved her because you have children with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why do you keep hitting on her?
No, it was just me not being in the right state of mind, me letting my feelings get to myself and not just thinking right and thinking straight.
That makes no sense to me.
Your Honor, it was just my fault. I let my things get to myself, let her get in my head and
Let what?
let her get in my head, and I just reacted in a wrongful way.
No, but I mean, you're up here hitting someone. Honestly, I don't even know why I should follow this plea, but your attorney is telling me that she's filed a affidavit of non-prosecution. But according to this, she was pregnant and she was going to be induced that day, and you decided to put your hands on her. I don't understand how is she getting in your head that you would be hitting a pregnant woman who's about to deliver your child.
No, Your Honor, well, that day wasn't the day we were supposed to get induced. But I believe the hitting was before that. So it was just the marks that had came about.
But you still hit her while she was pregnant,
Yes.
and she was close to her due date.
This dude really has the nerve to correct the judge without showing even a tiny bit of regret for what he did. Because instead of being humble and saying he's sorry for beating his girlfriend, he actually argues that she wasn't even close to her due date. Like, are you kidding me, bro? You're literally in court for abuse, and you're worried about the timing of pregnancy. And honestly, this guy just gives off straight menace vibes. Like he's got some serious nerve. And I really think he actually believes he was right in doing this. You can just tell from the way he acts. But what do you guys think? Is he totally gone, or does he somehow think he's in the right here? Let me know in the comments what you all think. Now, let's dive back in.
Appropriate to hit anyone anyway,
No, it's not, Your Honor.
but obviously she was pregnant. And what she's saying in this documentation, I want you to tell you the reason why I'm saying no contact,
Yes, Your Honor.
because what she's saying in this police report is this is not the first time that you've been abusive to her. And the police took photos and she had bruising and swelling to the eye along with busted vessels in her eye. That's what you did. So the two children you have, is this a boy and a girl, or two boys or two girls?
Girl, and
All right. So what's your daughter's name? Sarabella.
she's a year and 7 months.
All right. So she's a year and 7 months. I guarantee you she knows that you've been abusive to her mom. Do you love your daughter
I love her with all my heart.
with all your heart? Would you do anything for her?
I would, Your Honor.
I used to do CPS cases and parents would tell me I will walk through fire for my children.
Yes, Your Honor.
They would say that because they knew nobody had a fire for them to walk through.
Mhm.
But I believe you when you say you love your daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how would you feel if your daughter became of age and she ends up with somebody like you who hits on her? Would you be okay with that?
I'll be very upset, Your Honor.
And so your daughter is learning what it means to show love is to hit on people, and might makes right.
Your Honor, that's
You're going to have to change your ways.
yes,
You are not to have any contact with Stephanie Ortiz. And anybody else you get into a relationship yet, don't let them meet your publicist. Let them meet you and tell them, hey, want to let you know I had this abusive acts in my background,
yes, Your
because then they can make an informed decision about whether or not they want to date you. You understand?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication.
Just 6 years of probation. That's honestly a total joke in my opinion. And yeah, I get that probation is a thing and all. But for something as serious as beating your pregnant girlfriend, come on, that's basically like giving someone a slap on the wrist. And I really think this guy should spend at least a year or two in prison to actually get his act together. Because hitting a girl is already awful, but hitting a pregnant woman who's carrying your own kid is just straight up evil. Man, so what? Do you guys think? Is probation enough, or should he actually spend real time behind bars? Let's dive back in.
There's to be no contact with Stephanie Ortiz. There's to be the BIPP course, parenting classes. That can be with rainbows. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived once he completes parenting classes. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive, Your Honor.
And what are you going to be positive for?
I mean, no, negative, Your Honor.
Negative? Okay. So you haven't used anything.
No,
I think Amazon drug tests, do
yes,
they
yes,
not?
yes, Amazon drugs, yes, ma'am.
All right, there's to be regular UAs. I'm going to want field visits one time every 3 months. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
You already did mention the regular.
Yes. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
That was honestly a fail for the judge, in my opinion. And I just really hope this guy doesn't go out and do something bad again. But I'm not holding my breath. And now this next court hearing is on a whole different level. Because we got a 17-year-old kid who could be facing up to 99 years if he's found guilty. Yeah, you heard that right. 99 years. And this kid is in court for aggravated robbery at just 17. Like, what were you guys even doing at 17? Definitely not staring down a lifetime in prison, right? So let's dive in and see how the judge handles this young criminal.
Did you understand in each cause number, you're charged with the offense of aggravated robbery? That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments in each cause number, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge, but ask to waive PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just ask you to follow the plea bargain here.
All right. And the cause number ending in 2528, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 2529. Taking consideration 2023 CR 2621, 2527, 699, 185, and 184. There's to be restitution, if any, to Isaac Cervantes, Cameron Carroll, Kyle Sutherland, and Stephanie Lefebvre, and also no contact with any of those parties. And then in cause number ending in 2529, court is finding you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in the prison.
The judge says he'll get credit for any time already served. And because there's a deadly weapon involved, this will run together with case 2023, County Route 2529. And they also took into account cases 2023, County Route 2621, 2527, 6991, 185, and 184. Plus, there's supposed to be restitution if needed to Isaac Cervantes, Cameron Carroll, Kay Sutherland, and Stephanie Lafra. And he's not allowed to have contact with any of those people. And then in case 2529, the court finds him guilty and sentences him to 5 years in prison. Boom! Just like that, 5 years. And then another 5 years on top. So now this guy is staring at 10 years for stealing instead of, just getting a job like the rest of us and working hard. And yet times are rough, but stealing is not the way. Dude could have picked up some work, maybe learn a trade, or even gotten a part-time gig. So do you guys feel bad for this kid? I mean, he's only 17, so he's still young. But does that really excuse what he did? And sure, he's got a whole life ahead of him, but 10 years in prison for something like this is tough for some people to accept. Though I honestly think he deserves that sentence. So let me know what you guys think down below, and let's get back into this and see how he reacts to the sentencing.
Credit for any time served, concurrent with 2023 CR 2528. Taking consideration 2023 CR 2621, 2527, County Court Cause number 699-185, 184, no contact, and restitution to the following: Isaac Cervantes, Cameron Carroll, Kyle Sutherland, and Stephanie Lefebvre. I'm pronouncing that name all sorts of ways. I apologize to Stephanie. All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're off the record. How old are you?
17.
You're 17 and you're doing this foolishness. If you want things, you got to get a job so you can have things. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
For a 17-year-old, you've chosen a hard road for yourself because you're going to prison, 17. And you're going to be in prison with a bunch of people who are there for murders and other things. When you go to prison, don't become institutionalized. You're 17. You still have a chance to make something out of yourself and do better in your life. So keep your head down and do your time and try to improve yourself. You can even take college classes while you're at the prison. And if you dropped out of school and don't have your high school diploma, you can get your high school diploma while you're there. So don't come out of prison having just wasted time, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. My big excuse?
Yes, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Maurer.
This kid really didn't have much to say. He just took the 10 years and walked straight to his cell without even blinking. And honestly, I don't even know what I'd do in that spot, though I probably wouldn't have done the crime in the first place. But hey, who am I to say? So what do you guys think? Is 10 years a fair sentence for this crime? Because personally, I think it makes sense. Aggravated robbery is super serious. And even though Judge Boyd usually tries to give people a chance and be a little lenient, this kind of crime is no joke. And remember, he was actually facing up to 99 years. So 10 years kind of feels like a fair middle ground. And honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get probation for aggravated robbery. I'm pretty sure it's always prison time. But you guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So let me know what you think. Is 10 years too much or just right? I always love hearing your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.